confetti? It's not New Year's Eve yet. Oh, well. Maybe Dolores playing or something. Oh, Cousin Kukla! Speaking of Dolores, here she is. Dolores, I'm up on the stage. Hello, Cousin Kukla! How are you? No, I'm Uncle Kukla. Your cousin is Ollie. Oh! I don't get it straight. I've got so many foster relatives. I don't know who is who. Did you have a good time? Oh, I had a very good time. Did you go out with Cousin Ollie? No, Cousin Ollie's been very busy. I didn't see him. I went out with Grandmother Beulah. No, Aunt Beulah. Aunt Beulah. I went out with Aunt Beulah, and we rode on the broomstick, and we had a... What you looking at? What's that? What's what? Oh, the big... Get on the dragon wagon. Oh, yes, that's one of Cousin Ollie's campaign buttons. Did he give it to you? Well, I just found it, and he said I could wear it. Oh, of course, one of his old ones, sure. Aren't you going to start the show, Cousin Kukla? Uncle Kukla. Grandfather Kukla, start the show. I'm getting older by the minute. Would you like to start it? I would like to. I have never met Kenneth. His name is Mr. Harity. All right, Brother Ken.
From Chicago, WTTW presents Burr Tillstrom, creator of Kukla, Ollie, and all the Kuklapolitan players, with Fran Allison in Kukla, Fran, and Ollie.
What? Well, I don't know. It's what is it? Doodle. Bunting. No, I didn't order it. Was it just delivered? Why, maybe Fran, dear?
Yeah.
Did you order any bunting?
No.
Doo-doo.
Hi, how are you, Cecil Bill?
This bunting came, Cecil Bill said, and
Not for me.
it's the strangest thing. I found some confetti up here, too. I don't know where that could have come from.
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait.
Well, you take it down, Cecil Bill. We'll find out who it belongs to.
Look what I found. I was glad to find them because I used them for fans.
Get on the
Dragon
wagon? Where did you find those?
On my desk. Well, not really my desk. Some extra little table that I put some of my things on.
Fran, Dolores was just here and she had a big campaign button on. Get on the dragon wagon.
Oh, Kukla.
What the? It's that time of year, but the campaigns are started. It would be too late. Well, it might
Well,
not
it's
be.
never too late for you know,
Who?
or as the case may be.
Yes. You don't think that...
I don't want to think that, but I think maybe we'd better ask him.
Oh, Fran, I couldn't go through another election with Ollie.
Well, I don't whether I could or not, but I don't think I would.
I couldn't take it again. But still, I don't want to hurt his feelings because I think it's important when people want to run for office.
Of course, because it's really a civic duty.
It
so
is.
Few of us have it.
And I was thinking with all the young people today are helping out in the congressional campaigns, and I think that's right. But couldn't we kind of
Just ease him out a
ease
little
him
bit?
out of it? Here, why don't I'll call him and
All right.
let's just do it kind of
Fine.
easy. Ollie! You call him.
Ollie,
Hmm?
could you come here for just a minute?
Certainly.
That hurts me. when
That
you do
hurt
that.
me too. Hi,
careful.
Coop. Hi, Francis.
What's new? Thank you.
Hmm?
I say, what's new and
Oh, nothing.
different and exciting?
What are you talking about?
Well, Ollie, we,
Shall I just come off flat-footed?
come on flat-footed.
Come
Are
on, flat-footed, Fran.
Are you planning to run for any kind of office?
Hmm? No, for me? Be a candidate?
Yes.
No, not in
Well,
your life.
thank goodness.
Thank
Oh,
goodness
that's
for
all
that.
these-
Wait a minute. But I have another plan.
Oh, no, not really.
Like what, Ollie?
Well, now listen, this is an interesting plan, and this could mean something, not only a patriotic service for you and moi, but it also might pull in a little dough. And it's great to be patriotic and get in a little dough at the same time.
Well,
Can't always do that, you know.
well, how would this work?
Well, the thing is, now, you know that today, in today's elections, that it costs a great deal of money to run for an office.
Well, I know that.
Sure is true. With all the fundraising and
I
everything.
should say.
Are you going to have a fundraising dinner?
No,
Yeah.
no, it isn't that. It's something a little bit different because I feel that all the years that I have run for various offices, I have learned things. I also have acquired a great deal of campaign material. Now, what I thought that we might we'll get together,
All
the
right,
three of
fine.
us, and form a business and call it the Oliver J. Dragon Handy Dandy Lifetime All-Purpose Campaign Kit with Expansion Features. And or the Oliver J. Dragon Little Jack Horner Electioneering Service.
What's that?
Little Jack Horner electioneering? Well, that's a means of, it's a way of electioneering and running for offices and keeping your fingers in all the pies. If it gets clever. No,
Well,
Frank,
that
no, I
sounds a
don't.
little shady to me.
No, it is not. No, it isn't, Francis. No, the thing is, now, in the old days, you know, people used to be able to get on the back of a train.
Yes.
And they'd go out through the country on the whistle stops, you know, and they'd stop in these little towns and whistle. No! Come on.
I know, they spoke from the back of the train.
Right. But today, it costs so much money to do this, and most of it's on television. They've got to meet the people. They've got to learn how to handle themselves at press conferences. They've got to be nice to everybody. They've got to go from one end of the country to the other, or one end of the state to the other, depending upon what they're running for,
Yes,
you know.
yes.
And they've got to be able to really, well, they've got to be able to do it up brown, you know that.
Well,
That's true. That's really true. Now, what I thought was that I could give a few little helpful hints. Get this kit together.
You mean like a home study course?
Kind of. We could send it out to people who write in, who might need materials, ideas, things like that. Don't you think that'd be good?
Well, you go ahead and do it, Ollie, and good
No,
luck.
but I need you, and you, Kukla,
Why?
because you're my little buddy, and you have such a brain. You think so marvelously on your feet, and you, Francis, are so beautiful
Oh.
and so adept at the clever phrase.
How come he gets into all these things and then we always get roped into it?
He's got me with that brainy
Not-
bit. I couldn't resist that.
Well,
What were you going to say?
I'm just going to say, I just don't... Why, he can't do one of these things by himself.
That's true.
I get embarrassed. I really
too. Now, here. Now, first of all, for instance, look. The first thing that a candidate does, the very first thing to do is to toss your hat in the ring. Now, when you're tossing a hat in the ring, why not toss a hat in the ring that's got your name on it? Right?
Right?
Right. All right, let's toss our hats in the ring. There happens to be two little hats here. Let's toss them out. Good. They hit both rings.
Okay.
Great. That's great. Now, I know that it costs a great deal for advertising and signs, and especially if, like in my case, I had many disappointments, as you know. It didn't stop me from running.
I
No,
know.
it certainly didn't.
And so I thought this was a very handy bit. Now, just stay right there. Kukla, come and help me.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, a sign.
Um,
I see. Uh-huh.
There. Now, see that?
well, yes. You mean you'd block out your name and then...
No, well, I suppose that would be it, wouldn't it, Ollie?
Yeah, but there's some other things, too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't talk with your mouth full. Here, Fran, there's some different...
Oh, all right.
That's right. See, now you block out my name. That just happens to be one
Oh,
of mine. This is the scheme I used, fellas. Now,
It's
one
like
time
for
I ran for alderman. Well, that didn't work, so next year I ran for mayor. But you know how things are in Chicago. Next year I ran for governor. I didn't make that. And the next year, then, I ran for I never ran for that at all.
Well, it was...
How did that get in there?
I don't know.
There's something wrong. We've got a spy in here. Well, I think from the other side. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Mustn't lose your temper in public.
Well,
That's
no,
one of the things.
No, I should say not.
Never do that on television. Well, now there's just one feature.
This goes with the general service, right?
Yeah. Now, another good feature, I think, is to have a campaign song.
May I file these somewhere?
Yes, please do. A campaign song. And I thought there's nothing better than the great song that I've used for so many years, Get on the Dragon Wagon. And I think it'd be a good idea if we just gave them a sample. This is just a sampling, you understand? Just a sampling. And would you like to sing it with me?
Well, I don't remember it, Ollie.
This is the kind of... You don't?
No. I remember that there was such a song, but I don't remember the song.
Well, that's too bad. What are we going to do?
Well, we can just forget about it.
No, we don't. I've got the music. It's in the kit.
I see.
All ready there to put in your own words. But let's try it now, shall we? Ken, please. Get on the dragon wagon and away we'll ride with Mr. Dragon in the driver's seat. Get on the dragon wagon and you'll be beside the friendly favorite from Dragon Retreat. From the frozen north to the deepest south, the man of the hour is the man with the tooth. Get on the dragon wagon with the man we want. We mean the pride and joy of all Vermont.
We love you, Ollie. Side by side, we'll go on and on to victory with you this fall.
Good. Oh, what good. Fine supporters and constituents since you are.
I don't think this was your song, Ollie. It wouldn't work for anybody else.
Well, you could change. You just substitute some words like what? Well, like, get on the Regan.
Well, I don't.
That's not right. Reagan.
We'll get on the Reagan wagon with it.
I don't think that either, Ollie. I just don't believe it would work. And how about this frozen north bit?
To the deepest south?
Yes.
The man of the hour is the man with the tooth?
Yes.
Well,
There are not many people with just one tooth. You're famous for that, you know.
well, deepest south. Well, it rhymes with booth.
Everybody's name has to be Booth then.
Oh, no. You could say from the frozen north, the deepest south, pull the right lever in the voting booth. That's very good.
It isn't bad.
Isn't bad, is it?
Well,
I got another one, too. For instance, now wait, Kukla, you sing it. From the frozen north to the deepest seas.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Sing it.
Well, Ollie, that's just foolishness.
Sing it.
From the frozen north to the deepest sea, the man of the hour
It's the man with the teeth.
Ollie!
Don't.
You don't like that?
No.
But you gotta have a big, broad smile.
Well,
How are you going to give your speeches and your press conferences like that?
Well, you just smile all the time. How can you resist it? See, everybody's laughing and smiling.
well,
I could be the candidate. I could run on the smile ticket.
well, maybe you could. I don't know.
And you could wear a smile to make you happy. There a...
Why don't you just take it on and get on?
Okay.
What's the matter?
They're stuck.
They did that
Stop.
once before.
Well, honestly,
Pull.
don't look, Fran.
I won't.
Pull hard. Well, I'm afraid. No, pull hard.
You should have put some more stickum on.
I didn't. I got a new dresser. Ow. Ooh.
Make it.
Ooh. That's much better.
It's what?
That's much better. It makes my lips very slack, and it's hard to talk.
Oh.
Hi, Fran. Gee. Oliver J. Dragon running for president.
No,
No.
come on. No, come on. That's not funny.
Okay, go on with your plan.
Well, it just shows the flexibility of the kit. I think every kit should have a set of those teeth, don't you think?
No, I don't, but then that's all right.
I'll take the
There's
music.
File of music.
Yeah.
So-
I may go into the file and never come out.
Come on. This might need a little money for you. And certainly would be a great service.
Well, I suppose we could do it.
Now, another thing. Now, you're going to go around. Now, this is not true, of course, for state elections and senators and things like that, because you wouldn't go around to all parts of the country. But this is something for the future to think of in presidential elections.
Oh.
It's very important. I think, first of all, the candidate and his wife should appear everywhere. And
Eddie's little boy! Ah!
no.
Who's going to get to be the wife? Ollie, I can't do that.
Yes, you can. And see, I want you to help me write a little script or something because I think we've got to have a kind of a, well, like a suggested remarks for candidates' wives for any and special occasions. You think you could do that? For instance, we'll go downstairs and bring up some of those things.
Well, like this?
Yeah. Now, for instance, suppose I'm in the East, and I would come, I'd be introduced, and I'd say, "How very nice to see you all. I'm so glad to meet you, and my dear beloved wife is here beside me, and I'd like her to say a few words."
Hello.
Good. That's fine. Just great. Kukla, try a few more.
I can't get the doggone thing down. There.
You broke my hat!
No. How about this one? Oh, this is great. When you go to talk to the youth, this will really fix you up.
Well, I won't go on this trip if you don't care.
I maybe wouldn't be married. I'd be too young to be married.
Well, probably.
Oh, you're not going to get any votes that way, nor any help.
Guess this wouldn't work.
No, I don't think so.
I was going to say, groovy or cool.
No, I don't think so.
Right on or something like that.
No, I don't
Well,
think so.
there goes
Here, how
Brian
about
again.
this one?
Oh, great! Great. There.
Well, how big is the Indian vote?
Well, there's always Jane Fonda.
Well, you're right about that. Now,
I'm so glad that you're all here to greet me, and my wife wants to say a few words to you.
Beware of candidate who speaks with forked tongue and does not buy wife a headpiece. How come you wound up with the big thing?
I don't think that would go in the book, Francis. I always thought you might say something like how.
All right, how?
I would have said ugh. Now, how about this one?
Oh, yeah. This is for going down south in the southwest and meeting some of the constituents. I'm so happy to be here with my friends and my neighbors here on the banks of my favorite river and near my favorite ranch. And I really want to tell you how happy I am, and standing beside me, as you can see, is my life partner, the little woman who has stayed with me through thick and thin. And I'd like very much for her to say something. Mama, say something to the folks.
Well, Papa and I would be most grateful to you if you can see you very clear to vote him in. It'll mean that we can provide Clyde with a chauffeur's job, driving him back and forth to the State House. And Mildred, that's Clyde's wife, can be the secretary. And then perhaps Hazel might get to be a page boy. That's their oldest son. And we'll appreciate anything you can do for us.
Somehow I don't think that's exactly right. But it's great, Mama. It's great. Well, anyway, that just gives you an idea, Fran, of the kind of things.
Well, now, the thing that puzzles me, Ollie, I mean, quite seriously, I think one of the most grueling aspects of anything is, of a candidate's, life when he's electioneering, is when he has to meet the press and meet questions and
Yes,
answers.
how could you tell him about that?
Well, just a
Every
minute.
case is different.
Kukla, come here. Give me a hand. I want to get the bunting. There. Yeah, that.
Oh, this is what the bunting is for! Be careful now, Fran.
Believe me, I'll be careful.
Yeah, just...
I'll leave.
Fran, where are you? Fran?
I'm here.
Don't go away too far.
I won't.
We're going to set up a little press conference, and this is one of the greatest things. Now, this wonderful little kit, comes broken down, and you can put it together very simply with all the instructions for the bunting and the rosettes. It's really very nice. I think it's wise when you're going in different places to put up, say, this happens to be I believe, the flag of Chicago. I'm not sure about this. I think so. And this, I think, is the flag of Illinois. But it's good to put these flags up, and then you could field some questions. Now, will you be reporter, Fran?
With a pretend microphone?
With a pretend microphone and everything.
Okay.
And you, Kukla,
All right, I'll get the microphone here. Okay.
Brian. I got one.
Ah, well, Mr. Dragon, we have an important question to ask you.
Thank you. Fire away, son.
Well, public transport...
You speak very fluidly.
Public transportation is breaking down everywhere in the big cities of the United States. And here in Chicago, the CTA prices are going up. There's been a great deal of controversy. I'd like to know how you stand on public transportation.
Well, you see, there's this little strap up there. You just reach up and you hold it.
Come on!
Next question, please.
Yes, Mr. Candidate. What is your position on the tax situation?
Well, if I am elected, I am going to see to it that taxes are lower. More of them, but lower. Next question.
Mr. Candidate, would you comment on your feelings about space?
Oh, I'm all for it. More space for everybody.
Next question. Now, wait a minute, Ollie. Now, wait. There's just something I did want to ask you about. Now, suppose somewhere along the line of a question like this, you get a real zinger, or you can see one coming, a real loaded, hot question. What is your advice to the candidates?
Well, I'll show you. Now, you just give me one. What you think is a real loaded question?
All righty. Mr. Candidate, in this morning's newspaper, you were quoted as saying, "Hit it! Hit it!"
Okay, all right, thank you. That's very, all right, just lower the signs just a bit.
That's just great. How did you do that?
It's very simple, Kukla. Would you like to see? This is what I call my spontaneous mass demonstration ovation.
It must be very expensive.
No, not at all. It's a two-man operation. Would you pull back just a little bit, please? You see how we do it? Oh, good, boys. Just great. I'll give you your buttons right after the show tonight. Just great. And see, they're youthful. They're working for my camp.
I didn't think you were running.
I know. I may change my...
Ollie, you dasn't change your mind.
And, Kukla, for $1.50 more, you can get some confetti.
That solves the mystery.
Okay, fellas, you can take that away. Thank you. What do you think, Fran?
You have something, Ollie. I don't know what, but you have something.
You like that?
Well, it really was a great idea.
Don't stand there with that microphone.
Oh, sorry.
You know something? I was thinking, I've gone to all this trouble. What was it? What?
Didn't want you to have that on you.
What was it?
From
Hair?
that awful wig.
Was that one of those hairs?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes they get in your nose and you tickle.
Yeah, I know.
Wouldn't that be terrible for a speech maker to
Just dreadful.
have it get in his nose and then he'd make him tickle and he'd go...
Yeah.
Well, Francis, no, I was thinking, I've got those signs, and I've got the, the bunting, and I've got the buttons, and there are no dates on any of those things, and
And you have a whole company of people here who need you right here.
you don't want me to run for an office.
You can be chairman of the board and stay here.
Really?
How would that be?
You think that would work?
Well, you'd make a fine chairman.
Really? You know, there's only one thing in the whole world that would make me even think, possibly, of ever running for an office. I think it's the only thing that ever inspired me, Francis.
Really? What was that?
Well, in spite of the fact that you and Kukla get kind of hesitant and you kind of, well, I know how you feel. You get almost embarrassed sometimes. But you're good sports and you go along. I suppose that kids, young people starting out and electioneering and so forth, I suppose they have doubts too, but, when a man has a girl to stand by his side and Ken, let's tell Fran how we feel about it. A fellow needs a girl to sit by his side at the end of a weary day, to sit by his side and listen to him talk and agree with the things he'll say. A fellow needs a girl to hold in his arms when the rest of his world goes wrong. to hold in his arms and know that she believes that her fellow is wise and strong. When things go right and his job's well done, he wants to share the prize he's won. If no one shares and no one cares, where's the fun of a job well done? Or a prize you've won? A fellow needs a home, his own kind of home. But to make this dream come true, a fellow needs a girl, his own kind of girl.
Am I the girl for you?
My kind of girl is you. It's really true. Really true, Francis.
Thank you.
What's true? Oh, Kukla. Why do you break in at a time like this?
Oh, we were just talking.
I was just saying, Kukla, that I think a very important part of all this electioneering is when a fella's got a girl to stand by him and encourage him, and I bet you more than one candidate has won because of the charm and the wit and the intelligence of his wife.
Well, we have a good team. It's a shame maybe we don't do something about it.
Let's run you!
Oh,
Let's
no,
run you for
no.
Congress. That's it. Let's run Francis for Congress. Let it be.
Kukla, Fran, and Ollie starred Burr Tillstrom, Fran Allison, Kukla and Ollie, and all the Kuklapolitans.